Hello and welcome to the channel. It's The Cruise Life. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Pete.
We've just got back from Miami and we're really excited to show you our latest video.
And we're going to take you on an immersive tour of MSC's newest ship, the World America.
And we really hope you enjoy it.
This is the restaurant on deck 5 called La Foglia, which translates to the leaf in Italian. This restaurant looks very chic, very classy, and unfortunately we didn't eat here. This was not on the specialty dining list, so I'm assuming this is just a standard restaurant. And you can see characteristics in this restaurant of the leaf. The one notable venue that we didn't visit was the Luna Park on deck 5, so here's a shot of that and we'll move on with the tour. We start at the front of the ship on deck 6. We'll show you the burger and pizza parlour, we stroll past the games arcade, we visit the Jeanne Phillipe chocolate cafe, the shopping gallery and boutique. This then takes us towards the Chandeleer and the Dolce Vita bar, past the MSC desk for excursions and customer services, through the lift lobby to the Esagona and Hexagon restaurants, toward the back of the ship where you've got the Bubbles restaurant. We start the tour on deck 6 toward the front of the ship. On the left just there you have the Luna Park Games Arcade, and on the right you have pizza and burger. And this is a buffet style restaurant. There's a few games there that will keep the kids happy whilst you go and grab the food. Now I tried the pizza at this place and it was good. It was hot, it was fresh, and the choice was okay. The coffee was also good. Lisa tried the pizza and the burger and the coffee, and I'm sure there were no complaints. This place strikes me as quite an American styled restaurant, and it has seating for 154 people. So we're back on the World Promenade, and on the left there you got the MSC Future Cruises, and I wished we were in a position where we could book another one. Also on the left somewhere in there tucked away is a 5D cinema, but we didn't get to see this. As it's the Easter weekend, I guess there's no harm in checking out Jeanne Phillipe, Chocolat and Cafe. Now there is some serious naughtiness going on in this place. Did you know that gelato has less calories, less sugar and less fat content per serving than ice cream? So who is Jeanne Phillipe? He is basically a world famous pastry chef and chocolatier from France, and he's won many accolades across the world over the years. He's known for his creative talents and craftsmanship. He's also opened patisseries in the Bellagio and the Aria Resort and Casino in Vegas. And an interesting point at the patisserie at the Bellagio Hotel is it's the largest chocolate fountain in the world. Check out Lisa drooling over the chocolate, she's absolutely in heaven right now. You've got macaroons, chocolates and cakes in all different shapes, sizes and flavours. Willy Wonka or Jean-Pierre? Hello. No, Lisa, you can't have that egg. Just over there is the shopping gallery, and this has an extensive range of duty-free products. We did notice that this shop isn't always open, and I guess being duty-free we would need to be out of port and at sea. They had a wide range of alcohol and tobacco here, and over in the left hand corner there you had your chocolate, your Toblerones, your Kinder and your sweeter goodies. As far as we could see, every shape, every size and every brand of sunglasses was available. And here's your watches, your fragrances, your beauty products and your perfumes. That's enough duty-free shopping for now. And opposite the shopping gallery was the boutique, so we're going to head over there and let's see what they have to offer. There was actually a really nice range of products in the boutique, and if it hadn't been for the weight restrictions on our luggage and the overspending in Miami prior to the cruise, then we may have treated ourselves to the odd thing or two. There was no Swarovski staircase in the World Galleria, so the centerpiece attraction was the chandelier. The World Galleria was visually stunning, and as well as the chandelier, the ever-changing LED ceiling also played its part. This is the Dolce Vita bar, and there was always something happening here. It had a great vibe and it was always lively. Here's Lisa at the back here. She can't resist a dance class. The Esagona was our main dining room, and we ate here all but 2 nights. The other 2 restaurants we checked out were Eataly and Butcher's Cut. And a big shout out to John Dale Dupont, who looked after us throughout the cruise. The Hexagon and the Esagona restaurants practically mirror one another, and whilst being very modern in design, I feel they lack that central focal point, like a central chandelier or central staircase. These restaurants can both accommodate 1,076 guests. At the back of the ship you have Bubbles restaurant, and this is mirrored on either side. And this has a capacity of 546 guests. I did notice some larger tables in this restaurant, so I'm assuming this is for larger groups, as MSC doesn't offer mixed dining like other cruise lines do. And that completes Deck 6. We start at the front of the ship on Deck 7, we visit the World Theatre, we then stroll past the Gentleman's Barbers into Masters of the Seas. We also visit Butcher's Cut and the Sushi Bar before heading through the casino and into the Panorama Lounge. So once again we start off near the front of the ship on Deck 7, and next up is the World Theatre. This was a nice venue, it was very red, it has a capacity of 1,153 people, but given the size of the ship and the capacity of 6,700, I felt this theatre was a little bit on the small side, and it could have benefited from a second tier and some stalls perhaps. We have been on smaller ships than this with bigger theatres. With that in mind, you do need to book your shows early using the MSC app. We weren't sharp enough and could only squeeze in an afternoon showing of Dirty Dancing. So here's a sneak preview of the Dirty Dancing show. And this particular performance was with the movie playing in the background, with the dancers and the singers and the musicians, which really added a nice touch to watching the movie. Now I can't show you too much because of the potential copyright issues, but you can see it really adds another dimension to the show. And if you're not a fan of Dirty Dancing and you're just here for the ship tour, then I'd suggest you skip it on 30 seconds. That's the theatre done, and as we leave you can see on the left there's a Gentleman's Barbers, and just past that you've got Masters of the Seas, which is a traditional pub. This was always quite lively in the evenings, and you generally have musicians in here singing with the guitar. So here's a quick guided tour. Upstairs was actually a gin bar, and we didn't spend any time in there as such. This bar was included in our organised group pub crawl.
We're going to cheers to all of the content we're putting out on World America to go viral and make our channels huge.
We stroll through deck 7 and there's that LED ceiling again. Just across the way there you can see Hola Tacos and Cantina, which is a Mexican speciality restaurant. Right there in front of us is Butcher's Cut, which is another speciality restaurant. Honestly, the food here was immense and I couldn't finish the ribeye steak.
MSC World America. Hope y'all enjoying this beautiful seating. We got a great night for you tonight. Continuing on with the entertainment. I want to see you at 9:30 for the Love and Marriage. I'll see you in the theater there. I found a couple.
Oh, you want this kind of?
Just for a
Okay, I will bring you this one and the melted one. For the 4 sauces, mushroom, peppercorn, Bernice sauce, and little bit spicy chimichurri.
Thank you so much.
Salt and pepper in case you need it for your stays.
Lovely, great. Thank you very much. So as we move along deck 7 past the lifts, we enter the casino. We're not gamblers, so we didn't really spend any time in the casino other than to get to the Panorama Lounge. But it seemed like a nice venue, there was good atmosphere, it was a decent size, it was always crowded, so there was always a bit of a buzz and a bit of atmosphere about the place. So again, we do a quick tour, then we head through the casino towards the back of the ship and the Panorama Lounge. Panorama Lounge is on the back of the ship and it's named so because it has panoramic views of the sea. And this is the secondary theatre on the ship. This is a really classy looking theatre and it does more resemble a lounge area rather than a theatre. And whilst this is actually bigger than the main theatre, it only has 462 seats. So everybody's a little bit more spaced out. You've got these dining tables, bigger, comfier chairs, and it's a really spacious, comfortable theatre. So we'll give you a guided tour and then we'll give you a sneak preview of the show we watched here, which was the Queen Symphonic show. And again, if you want a seat in this theatre, you're advised to get here early.
Folks, good evening and welcome not only on board the world's most beautiful cruise ship, but welcome to the Panorama Lounge. Isn't this lounge gorgeous? Ain't she pretty? Now listen up everyone. everybody. We are so thrilled to have such a full audience here tonight. We have just a few house rules before we get started with the show. I'll get to that in a moment. Allow me to introduce myself if we haven't bumped into each other this evening or throughout the day. Hi, my name is Jeanne and I am from South Africa, and on board I am the Assistant Cruise Director.
That concludes our tour of Deck 7. So welcome to Deck 8, and we start off by giving you a tour of the spa, which I believe was included if you book the Aurea room package. We then stroll past the Zest bar, which is where you'll pick up your healthy smoothies, and then we visit the Loft, which I feel is quite an intimate bar. We then move on to the champagne bar before heading across to the Elixir Mixology bar, and then we move to the back of the ship onto the World Promenade, where we will pass several venues. So this is the spa, and whilst this is only a walkthrough, I didn't actually use any of the services here or the facilities. However, Lisa did book a deep tissue massage for $110. And I believe this was for a 50-minute session. This area had quite a nice tranquil feel about it. The colours were nice, the decor was modern, and it had quite a relaxing feel about it. So as we stroll through, you can see there's treatment rooms either side, and then we come to the glass soundproof doors. The spa offers many different services and treatments. There's a variety of massages, body and facial treatments. You can have manicure and pedicure treatments. And I'm told there's cutting edge tanning equipment in the solarium. However, I think in the Caribbean the tanning will take care of itself. Check out this pool area and tell me that jacuzzi area doesn't look inviting. These are heated loungers and are ergonomically shaped. They are designed to warm the body and improve circulation, whilst helping to soothe tired muscles and help alleviate joint pain. In the thermal area here, there are a number of saunas. There's a Finnish sauna, a soft sauna, you've got the relaxation pool, you've got the water cave, various experience showers, and even a snow room. MSC have opted to go for the larger relaxation pool, which is the main attraction and central focal point in the spa, rather than several types of hot tub and jacuzzis. This selection of pools here is known as the Neep Walk, and this involves walking barefoot through alternating hot and cold water pools. And this hydrotherapy treatment is designed to stimulate blood circulation, strengthen the immune system and provide relaxation. This is the finished sauna, which is a dry heat sauna. Temperatures can reach 100 degrees C, and this is typically one of those saunas where you pour the water on the rocks to create additional steam and more heat. So when you finish melting in those hot saunas, perhaps you need a bit of contrast therapy in the snow room. This will certainly cool you down. And the combination of both hot and cold saunas is thought to improve blood circulation. Other benefits would include reduced muscle soreness, it will strengthen your immune system, relieve pain, and the cold increases serotonin, and the production of serotonin can improve your sleep. So that's a brief tour of the thermal spa, and again we stroll past the treatment rooms, through the corridor towards reception, toward the spa boutique area, and this is where you can pick up your spa beauty products. So here's a price list of the various treatments. So if you like spending time in the spa, then perhaps compare your prices here against the prices and online deals when you book. So as we leave the spa on deck 8, naturally and well positioned, we have a healthy juice bar which is called Zest, and here they'll produce your smoothies, your protein shakes and your energy juices. However, these won't form part of your drinks package even if you have the premium drinks package, so this will incur an additional charge on your final bill. Next venue on deck 8 is the Gin Bar, known more specifically as the Gin Project. So gin and tonic was originally a medicinal beverage, and now you can hear yourself saying that all alcoholic beverages are medicinal. In this particular bar there's a choice of over 60 different craft gins, 20 tonics and endless herbs and spices. So if you're a gin lover, this place was made for you. So we take a stroll along the walkway here and take a left turn down the corridor, and you'll see some information on beer production as well as various pieces of artwork. I'm not sure why they designed the walkway like this, but it is a bit irritating. And just as we come out at the other end, you have the loft just on your left hand side. If I'm honest, we didn't spend enough time in this bar. You had the dueling pianos and the comedians, and the entertainment was quite interactive. This venue was always quite busy. I'm not sure they had the best seating configuration. Nonetheless, it was a great little bar. You can see that whilst these seats are more comfortable, you're a little bit cut off from the main entertainment area. There's a nice seating area outside with plenty of seats, and this actually links up with the champagne bar. This area is also replicated on the other side of the ship in the Elixir Mixology lounge. So now we'll leave you here with a bit of dueling pianos.
Yeah, I see you singing in the back. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I'm a believer if I try.
We'll leave that bit of excitement behind us and head across over to the Elixir Mixology lounge. This is a cosy cocktail bar, and it's also got the seating out on deck there. believe those tables and seating area there are from the Eataly restaurant. Now we'll head across the Galleria, past the Chandeleer there, into the champagne bar. This was quite a classy looking bar. There was plenty of space, lots of tables and chairs, but in all honesty we didn't spend a lot of time here. There are some nice views sitting out there, and you can see where the seating links up with the loft. And whilst wandering around the ship, you're always going to bump into people. This is Curt and Marsha from CME Travel, and check out their channel for more cruise content. That takes us to the midship on deck 8, and on decks 9 to 17 this will be the view from the lift lobby looking along the World Promenade. Although on MSC World America there is no deck 17, as the number 17 is considered unlucky in Italian culture. This is the World Promenade, and the ship has been widely praised for its unique design and the panoramic ocean views. This is a central hub of activity, featuring shops, restaurants, bars and lounges. The interior structure is reminiscent of palms, and the evening light show is just spectacular. You also have the Venom Drop spiral slide, and you'll also notice the promenade balcony cabins. On the right hand side you had the Coffee Emporium, which is a specialty coffee shop, and on the left here you have Paxos Greek restaurant. Between the two palms there you can see the Venom slide, and I will have a go at that. I'm not sure if Lisa will, but I'm gonna get on that. You can see just in front of the palms there are two glass lifts either side, and these will take you up to deck 18 and 19, which is the Zen bar and also the Venom slide. This is Sweet Temptations, which is a confectionery parlour. And there's a wide selection of treats, including ice cream, frozen yogurts, crepes, waffles, as well as other sweet goodies. And this is going to be a popular place, especially if you've got a sweet tooth. This venue also includes indoor seating as well as promenade seating. I'm surprised this place wasn't busier, and maybe it would have been more popular had it been situated in the World Galleria.
We're setting sail, it's time to glide. The ocean's calling, let's ride the tide. Champagne in hand, all our friends beside. On the Lido deck where the good vibes collide. Feel the wind, let it take control. This cruise life is good for the soul. Hey, yo, let's sail away, let's go. There's a party on Lido, feel the flow. Laughing and dancing, we're all in the zone. This cruise ship life will never be alone.
The back of this ship is quite stunning, and just on the left behind me there is the sports bar, and to the right is Sweet Temptations. But I feel this part of the ship was a bit underutilised, and maybe Sweet Temptations could have been another live venue, but I'm just splitting hairs.
Here we explore, by night we ignite, dancing under stars, everything feels right from the buffet.
Let's have a wander into the sports bar. And again, this is quite a lively venue, and we didn't spend enough time here. And I'd say we could have done with another 2 or 3 nights on this ship.
Let's sail away, let's go. There's a party on, lead on, feel the flow. Laughing and dancing, we're all in the zone. This cruise ship life will never be alone. So the wind, let it take control. This cruise life is good for the soul. Hey yo, let's sail away, let's go. There's a party on, lead on, feel the flow.
The World Promenade transforms by night, and whilst the light show only lasts for about 5 minutes each time, it is truly stunning. Concludes our tour of deck 8. Decks 9 through to 17 are all cabin decks, so our tour will resume and cover decks 18, 19 and 20. Navigating the upper decks was a bit trickier for the purposes of the video, so you have to bear with us as we jump from deck 18 up to 19, 19 back down to 18, then we jump back up to deck 20 and visit the harbour, which is the fun part of the ship. And we end the video with a trip to the MSC Gym. On deck 18 we stroll through the Il Mercato buffet, which takes us to the back of the ship and the Zen pool area. We then replicate this walk on deck 19, strolling through the Brasserie buffet. We then visit the Mar Azul pool area on deck 19. We then drop back down to deck 18 where we hit the Botanic Gardens solarium, and then back up to deck 20 and the harbour area. So we start at the Il Mercato buffet, and whether it was breakfast, lunch or dinner, we found there was a good varied choice of food. I found the design of the buffets really interesting, as it wrapped around the internal World Promenade. So you had views of the inner part of the ship and views of the ocean. I also thought the buffet counters worked really well. The lines of people moved well, and the food was replenished quite often, which meant it was hot and it was fresh. This layout and design worked really well, and the buffet didn't ever seem overcrowded, even on sea days. And this buffet had a capacity of 756 people. These glass bottom bridges were also a nice touch. I did like these signs that were dotted around the buffet. Take all you can eat, but eat all you take. So don't be wasteful, be greedy. Hot dog or burger and fries, anyone? There were some other nice choices here, but these clearly would have been an upcharge on your final bill. Now these seating areas are segregated from the rest of the buffet. They are quieter but not air conditioned like the buffet, so effectively they are outside space, and these areas are a lot warmer. And again, they're replicated on each side of the ship and also on deck 18 and deck 19. This area overlooks the World Promenade. jump up to deck 19 and visit the Brasserie buffet. This is pretty much replicated on deck 18, but this is a slightly smaller scale, with seating for only 596 passengers. Again, we have that glass bridge, but this one isn't clear, it's a translucent glass. We actually found that the buffet on deck 19 was a lot quieter, and as you can see there's still a decent amount of seating. And what we're going to do here is step out of the buffet on the back of the ship, and there's seating out here that overlooks the Zen pool area. And that's not a bad view whilst you're enjoying your morning coffee. Whilst we're on the back of the ship, we can take the steps up to deck 20 and we can just have a little wander around, see what's going on here. And this is known as the harbour area. And no doubt you've all seen the adverts that talk about the architecture on this ship. And this is the jaw drop slide, which will take you from deck 20 down to deck 8 in a matter of seconds. We're still on deck 20 here, looking down at decks 19 and 18, and we're going to have a wander down now to the back of the ship onto deck 18. And here's another one of those glass floor areas that gives you good views of deck 8. So this is deck 18 at the back of the ship, and this is the Zen pool area. There's plenty of sun loungers, there's 2 pools, and there's a few cabanas there that you can rent out. You can take the stairs up there to deck 19, and that's where you'll find the Zen bar. We found that this was largely an adult area, and although it was busy, it was a nice chilled part of the ship to hang out. Just under there in the shade is a mobile drinks bar, and you'll be surprised where you might pick up a couple of speakeasy tokens. This is the Zen bar on deck 19, which overlooks the back of the ship. So here we're going up to deck 19 midship, and this is the pool area. The pool area is known as Mar Azul, that we'll touch on shortly. And you can see on deck 19 here there are plenty of sun loungers, cabanas, there's a nice sized jacuzzi, hot tub, and this is replicated across the other side of the ship. Shortly we'll go back down to deck 18, which is known as the Buenos Aires deck. And Mar Azul, what they call this part of the ship, I believe is named after a small coastal settlement in Buenos Aires, Argentina. This area was generally a hive of activity, you know, it was always busy. There was always lively entertainment here, whether it was a DJ, the steel drum or a dance class, but on the whole you were always able to get a sun lounger. We'll stroll along here, deck 18 to La Perla bar, where we're going to pick up a cocktail, and then you'll see deck 18 come to life, and then we'll give you a snippet of what this area of the ship looks like by night when it's all lit up. There's your strawberry decoration. Thank you very much. Thank you. Alright. There you go, goes with his dress, doesn't it?
Everything feels right, from the buffet line to the DJ's hype. We're living it up, surrounded by the sights. So raise a glass, let's make a toast in this floating paradise.
we visit the Botanic Garden pool area, which is split over 2 decks, which is 18 and 19. And this is a bit more of a chill area than Marsha outside. On the lower deck you'll find plenty of loungers. There are 4 hot tubs and a shallow pool. You'll also see a few comfy round sofa beds. There's also a few of these hanging suspended double beds. Let's just check out one of these smaller hot tubs. I should point out that we know a few people who slipped and fell on these wet floors, so do be careful. And now let's check out one of the larger hot tubs. If I'm honest, I was ready to jump in there and then. Okay, let's head up to the second level on deck 19, and there you can see some table football, or table soccer for you Americans, and over in the corner there's a table tennis match going on. And there's that second hot tub we were talking about. There's a nice looking suspended swing bed on the left there as we approach the bar, where you can pick up a cocktail or a mocktail, a glass of wine, a soft drink or a mineral water, whatever your choice. So this area at night, like the Marsha pool area, is visually stunning, and I think they've got the colours spot on. And that is the Botanic Garden, so let's move on with the tour. Get here early enough, you could grab a lounger on one of these split level decks, and it's got its own hot tub.
It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this.
Also on deck 20 you'll find the Sportplex, and this was more of an area for your kids and your teenagers. And this is the seating and box bar area. The court there is used for various ball games, roller skating and bumper cars.
Moonlight, that look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive.
I'm not sure why you'd have a Lego room on a cruise ship, but my boss is 51 and likes Lego, so I guess you got to cater for everybody.
What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers.
And this is the harbour on deck 20, and this is in the heart of MSC's Family Aventura district. The harbour features a range of activities and experiences, which include the aqua park, the draw drop slide, the ropes and obstacle course, and the cliffhanger swing. They have a full bar here, and you can also pick up a bite to eat. Here's the obstacle course overhead, and it's for kids and big kids alike. And before you use any of these facilities, you have to go and find the kiosk and sign a waiver. Generally, you could book a time slot for any of these rides, but I found when it wasn't so busy you could just walk up and partake, and you didn't have to wait for a certain time slot, whereas the guys that booked had to wait for that certain time of their booking, so you would often jump the queue when it wasn't busy. This is the aqua park on deck 20, and this is the kids area. And that's a nice little toddler's pool. Just up the stairs here to deck 21, which will take you towards the bigger slides, and up another flight of steps will take you to deck 22, which are the bigger slides. But at this moment in time it's too early and this area was shut. Let's take a closer look at this obstacle course, and it looks like there are 2 levels up there. You are obviously harnessed in, and there's a guide rope whereby you can choose your different routes whilst you're up there, although there is a recommended path. I personally quite enjoyed the zip line, but it did feel like you were taking a leap of faith. And of course it was a relief when you got across to the other side. And this certainly was not one of my best moments on camera.
Go on, Pete. My little superhero. Work that body, work those muscles. Well done.
This is by now the famous cliffhanger swing, and there are many people on the ship that wouldn't get on this, so I had to be the guinea pig while Lisa filmed, and once I came back alive then Lisa joined me and we went on there again. So next up was the dry slide, which is the jaw drop. Now I wished I'd done this more than once from a filming point of view, but this was a popular ride, so there were queues. Nonetheless, it involved climbing into the beast's mouth, climbing into what was better described as a sleeping bag, closing your eyes and hoping for the best. So it was a good job I filmed it so I could watch it back. Over in no time, but if it's not busy, the glass lifts right next to you will take you straight back up there and you can jump straight back on it. We're on to the final part of the tour, which was the MSC Gym powered by Techno Gym. I got here at 7 AM and the gym was already busy, and it seemed that MSC was a slightly younger crowd, but this is dedication for you. So let's head over and find a treadmill. This one should do. I just now need to work out how to use it, and that's a great running view. I prefer that than looking out at the open sea, to be honest, and we all like people watching and seeing a bit of activity. Let's have a wander around the gym, And as you can see on the right hand side, you have your free weights. I can see a few treadmills and some spin bikes in that room, so they obviously have pre-organised classes. And as we turn here, you can see the sun rising, everybody on those treadmills getting their early morning running. And to the left here, there's a multitude of equipment and machinery that will no doubt torture every part of your body. Yep, it's an absolute hive of activity at an ungodly hour. But I guess these people have to earn their calories for the day, because on a cruise you're going to put on those pounds. This looks like a range of products and supplements you can purchase. And that is the MSC Gym. It's not the biggest I've seen on a cruise ship, and this is the biggest ship we've been on, but it seems adequate and well equipped. So that, ladies and gentlemen, brings our tour of MSC World America to a close. It's a fantastic ship with some great spaces. There's plenty of inside space, there's plenty of outside space, there's plenty of relaxation space, and there's fun for everyone on this ship. There are 22 decks, 19 bars and lounges, and 12 restaurants. Special mentions would have to go to the Zen Area, the harbour, the World Promenade, as well as the Marsha pool area. We would definitely sail on this ship again, but with a different itinerary. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed our tour of MSC World America. Please hit that like, comment and subscribe for more future content on this MSC World America inaugural cruise, and we'll see you in the next video. And as the Italians at MSC would say, ciao for now.